last time on Super Smash Bros. Melee!
Welcome to another episode of a series I call Last Time On, where I recap the games I've played in the past and discuss my thoughts on the gameplay and story. Today's game is Super Smash Bros. Melee. While it doesn't have a story, there is a lot to talk about as this game includes tons of content. This game is the second Super Smash Bros. Game I've played, with the first being Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I first saw this game behind the glass table of a neighborhood game store, wanting the game only because I liked its cover. Just look at it! The characters are fighting with all of the other unlocked characters on the sides. I don't think anyone can deny how epic it looks. I didn't even realize that this game is the predecessor of Super Smash Bros. Brawl back then. In this game, you start with 14 characters. Luckily, that includes my main, the Ice Climbers. While they are my main, I don't know how to wobble or anything like that. The only other characters I played frequently were Peach, Ness, and Pichu. The unique features of this game are included in its Classic and Adventure modes. Let's start with Classic mode. You go through a series of stages in order to fight Master Hand, and sometimes with Crazy Hand at the end. This mode also includes Target Practice and Race to the Finish. Race to the Finish does not appear in any subsequent Super Smash Bros. Games. This minigame has always been fun, but anxiety-inducing. I always try my best to get as far as possible, but don't want to miss out on the door before time runs out. There have been many times when I accidentally ended the game early by stepping in front of a door. I've never made it to the finish line. I probably did it when I was younger, but I did not get it when I replayed the game, even with a fast character. Target Practice appears in every game in the series, sort of. Target Practice is special in this game because each character has their own stage based on their mechanics. I really like this because it allows us to use every mechanic of a character. Adventure mode had you go through almost every world in the game, other than Yoshi's Island, Fire Emblem, and Game & Watch, to fight enemies, get through obstacles, and race to the finish line. Some are breezy, while some are scary and stressful. I'll go through what I call the big three of Adventure mode: Mushroom Kingdom, Underground Maze, and Brinstar. The Mushroom Kingdom has you go through what looks to be a typical Super Mario level. I really like this stage, being able to face Goombas and Koopas. They are much stronger than they are in their original games, which helps them get their revenge on Mario for easily defeating them in the past. The Underground Maze has players go through this maze to find the Triforce. This stage includes various monsters from Zelda. This stage was scary as a child because of the zombies. They were my least favorite enemy to face in Zelda, and that hasn't changed to this day. Usually ignoring them, I typically found the Triforce quickly. Brinstar was anxiety-inducing. I'm always nervous getting up the platforms and my heart sinks every time I fall off one, like I'm already dead. Of course, I like all of the other stages from the other worlds, like Pokemon Stadium and F-Zero Grand Prix. In Pokemon Stadium, the key is to use the Pokeballs to your advantage, otherwise, the Pikachu will. The F-Zero Grand Prix was always difficult, not because of the track, but because of Captain Falcon. He is so difficult to face in this game. Whenever I face him, I just know I'm going to lose a stock. Some way, somehow, he will defeat me. When he doesn't, it is a shock. Even though I say that, he was nothing compared to the bombs. They were the bane of my existence. They always found a way to mess with a good run. It came to the point where I was even afraid to grab them with worry that they'd blow up prematurely. There was also one more unique feature to this game: Giga Bowser as a boss, but I'll get to him later on. Replaying this game, I had a few goals: to unlock as many characters on the bottom of the screen, unlock all of the characters required to make the character select screen rectangular, and face and defeat Giga Bowser. To accomplish these goals, I started with playing Classic and Adventure mode with the Ice Climbers. As a child, I've only ever played these modes in Very Easy or Easy mode. This made it impossible to face Giga Bowser or even Crazy Hand. On my first try, I lost lives when facing Captain Falcon, of course, and two others. I was actually able to get to Giga Bowser, but I lost to him. I didn't fret, because I decided to try the modes with various other characters to unlock most of the 5 characters at the bottom: Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, and Marth. To unlock Jigglypuff, all that needs to be done is to play Classic or Adventure mode with any character. That was easily done. To unlock Mewtwo, I took 4 controllers and had 5 matches for an hour each. I placed the characters next to each other so they could get to know one another. For 2 of the matches, I placed them in the Rainbow Cruise stage. I tried controlling everyone at once to avoid one full round of death, and I got pretty close. From the 2 rounds I completed, the 4th player's route resulted in a victory. This was actually my first time ever unlocking Mewtwo in this game. As a child, the only characters I've never unlocked were Mewtwo and Mr. Game & Watch. I had no patience to unlock Mewtwo, and Mr. Game & Watch required all of the characters, so I never played them before. Mewtwo is very floaty, sort of reminding me of Sora in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It does not feel as special to play Mewtwo since I've already played Mewtwo in Project M and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Unlocking Marth was no trouble at all. The only other thing I could do was unlock Luigi so Pikachu could be moved down. With this, here's my character selection. From the looks of it, I have only one more character to unlock. Since I want to unlock Pichu, I decided to unlock him and Roy to make the roster an even rectangle. When it came to unlocking Pichu, my last intended character, I was hit with a roadblock. To unlock him, you have to complete Event Match 37. In order to unlock that event match, you have to unlock Falco and Young Link. Unfortunately, I had to stray away from my original plans and unlock them. With those characters unlocked, here's the roster. It's not as flat as I wanted it to be, but at least it's still symmetrical. This means I'll never be unlocking Dr. Mario, Ganondorf, and Mr. Game & Watch. Well, I didn't want to unlock this many characters in the first place, but it was worth it to get my second main. Why was Pichu one of the main characters I played? Well, look at him in his little book bag. Aww. I was bummed when they didn't add this costume back in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. With his little book bag, I had to try Adventure Mode with Pichu. As we know, Pichu is severely disadvantaged in this game, with most of his moves inflicting him with damage. Still, I sought to see this through with him. We start at Mushroom Kingdom and the trek to Peach's castle. The Yoshis sometimes worried me, but with the help of items, I got out of it unscathed. Unfortunately, I lost my first stock due to Mario and Peach. As for Congo Jungle, in the underground maze, I tried avoiding the Master Sword spots as much as possible. But I only needed to get through one before fighting the Triforce. Brinstar, Green Greens, and Cornerio were not a problem. Getting to Pokemon Stadium, I learned an important lesson. This lesson is to monopolize the Pokeballs, otherwise the Pikachu will gang up on you. Once I did, the rest of the Pikachus were a breeze. Now we reached F-Zero Grand Prix, one of the hurdles I expected coming into this. With Pichu's speed, the raceway was no problem. The real obstacle was Captain Falcon. I came into this fight expecting to lose a stock. With the help of Blossom and a very luckily placed Mushroom, the stars have aligned for me to defeat Captain Falcon, and all without me having to lose a stock. I know, thanks. Onett was a breeze, but Icicle Mountain unexpectedly resulted in me losing a stock. I should have known better than to underestimate the ice climbers. At this point, I only had 2 stocks left for the battlefield and final destination. All I wanted was to get to Bowser. After a bunch of stalling, I miraculously defeated the 2 metal clones. I came to the final destination fight in high spirits. I got to the very end with 2 whole stocks. Throughout this fight, I kept myself wide open and fell for Bowser's tricks and skills. Overall, I'm really surprised at how far I made it while playing as Pichu. I had tons of close calls, but I at least got to Bowser. Playing Adventure and Classic mode were difficult in general because the C-Stick did not work. With that, it would have been a lot easier to use charged moves. This game especially gave me the most trouble in using these charged moves. It was probably because I was playing on my laptop rather than a Nintendo GameCube or Wii, even though I was playing with a GameCube controller. At the very least, I was playing with a Nintendo Switch GameCube controller hybrid. Still, I was not satisfied with just reaching Giga Bowser. I had to defeat him just once. I returned to Adventure mode with the Ice Climbers, and even though I returned with normal difficulty, it felt like there was a difficulty spike. I kept on resetting at Mushroom Kingdom since I kept on dying there, something that did not happen in previous playthroughs. I wanted to save my stocks in case I needed them against Captain Falcon or Bowser. Eventually, I gave in and moved forward with the run. I reached Giga Bowser, but Banana was split from Popo. With 2 stocks left, I defeated him once and for all. With all my goals completed, I felt finished revisiting the game, and I liked it. I especially like Adventure Mode because of the explorable areas and worlds. This is normally the part where I would mention a sequel, remake, or a remaster. Of course, this game did receive a sequel, which I will cover in the future. Due to this, I don't really see the point of discussing a remake or remaster. But what about the graphics? To be honest, I don't really like it. I know, I just don't like how oily everything looks. I much prefer the art direction in future Smash titles. By the way, my game looks like this because I applied the Slippi texture pack to it, which gave it a huge upgrade. If you'd like to do the same to your game without having to play on Slippi but on Dolphin, be sure to download the texture pack from their Reddit page and then follow the instructions in the video I will post in the description. This video helped me figure out where to place the texture pack in order for it to load on Dolphin. Even with these upgrades, I still prefer the way future games look. At the end of the day, I'm glad I revisited this game. I had a lot of fun memories playing this game in the past, and I had even more fun replaying it. I'm glad that the fans keep this game alive by taking advantage of the game's intense mechanics, something I do not delve into at all. As an Ice Climber main, I do not know how to make them wobble, nor do I intend to learn. I'm not into the tournament scene, but I do find some of the combos interesting to watch. I will post a link to some in the description. With that being said, what do you think about this game? Do you agree or disagree with my opinions? Was there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments. If you plan to participate in any Super Smash Bros. Tournaments in the future, I hope you have fun and I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for watching and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Break the targets! Ready?